You can stand right there, against the light.
Howdy, Quirt. You sure run a ring around me, all right? But you know, I don't think it was right friendly of you to beat me to locating that tract after my boys found it. Of course, I'm willing to listen to your side of it. I'm a reasonable man.
Sure. Laredo's always reasonable. That's why he's the biggest man in the territory. You're the biggest man in the territory, Laredo?
So a lot of people say.
I hadn't heard. You nervous?
No, Evans. I can't figure out why you keep stepping on my toes all the time. Of course, that's your business. I'm a good loser.
I like a good loser. Of course, I like any kind of a loser better than a winner.
Yeah. You know, I had a chance to do a heap of thinking while I was following your trail across the territory. I followed it by that string of run-out horses you left behind. Well, sir, I figured it out this way. Quick don't really want that land. Because work ain't exactly in his line.
Is it in your line?
No, of course not. I was getting it for another fella. And, well, I figured maybe you would sell.
I don't hear anything jingle.
Is it all right if I put my hand inside my shirt?
Why not?
$5,000 in gold there.
I want 20.
Well, okay, but I'll have to owe you 15. That's all I got on me. I got the deed in my pocket.
Get it out.
Now, if the young lady can find us something to sign this with.
Still Laredo's hired boy, eh, Hondo? Picking up after him, carrying matches for his cigars.
You mind yourself.
He'll mind himself.
Yes. Would you mind taking this over to Mr. Evans, please? Thank you. You know, I'm sure glad to see you up and around, Quirt. We heard you was flat on your back.
Sorry to disappoint you.
I thought you said you was coming along peaceably. Well, I did, but Nellie didn't. Once a fire horse, always a fire horse, Fro. You mean every time that knothead hears a bell, she's gonna act like that? That's right. She ain't with me. I'll give her a good selling before anybody finds out about that trick. Stop that noise, you're disturbing the meeting. Well, Roy, my boy, I'm glad to see you. How are you, Mayor? Fine, fine. I see you brought all your boys to town for the meeting. Come right in, boys.
They can't. They're under arrest.
What's the charge? I don't want Roy to miss the meeting.
He's charged with trespassing on the water company's property, fighting with their guards and stealing their water.
If that's the case, I'll hold court right here and now. I'm sorry, boys, but I'll have to punish you. I fine you for disturbing the peace. $1 in court cost. No, you can pay the clerk later. Come on, you're late already.
The congressman who has represented us so bravely for 2 terms in Washington. Let us remember. Just so wait a minute. Pardon me, but there happens to be a meeting going on here.
Oh, I'm sorry, Richard.
As the son of a former congressman, you should have more respect for a public meeting. It seems to me that you should get here in time in order to be posted.
Well, I'm already posted.
Oh, you are you?
Sure. Mayor Biggs started out with talking about high water rates. Then he showed a picture of Congressman Scully and denounced him plenty. Mayor Jenkins of Hilton City, founded in 1848, said the water was free then that ought to be free now, and it was time the federal government did something about it, by God. When you, as manager of the water company, said that I'd like to lower the water rates, but we're losing money.
Marvelous, Roy, marvelous.
Practically word for word.
But how did you know?
Well, that's easy. You've all been saying the same thing since my dad was congressman.
Wait a minute. I still have the floor. As I was saying, before I was so rudely interrupted, let me remind you that Congressman Scully is the only man among us fitted to go to Washington and represent
The Great Western Water and Power Company.
the Great Western...
Where's Rio?
Rio? Oh, yes.
Oh, so that's what all the yelling's about, eh?
Alban Parham.
Oh, wait a minute. They made enough noise now to raise the dead. Oh. So that's it. All right. Where is he?
He's getting dressed.
Well, maybe I better give him a hand.
No, Doc. Please let me talk to you first.
What got into you? Were you drunk? What happened to you?
I don't know. He's a devil. He did the same to me. He can charm a bird right out of a bush.
Yes. Never saw it before.
Don't talk that way, Doc.
What do you want me to say? Bless you, my children?
You might as well.
Huh?
I'm married to him.
For what?
That's the truth, Doc. Oh, please don't tell him.
Tell who?
Billy.
You mean to say he doesn't know it?
No.
Then how could you be married to him?
He was out of his mind.
I want to talk to you. How's the hand?
Still sore. So now,
Still sore, huh? I guess you don't have much love for Dave Rice.
my time will come.
I hear the Faskin boys are getting out of jail soon.
So I hear. They'll still be looking for Papa. If I got them figured, Dave Bright will be dead in another few days.
Nah, he'll be gone.
Roundup? It ain't gonna be hard for him to find.
Oh, a couple of saddle tramps like him would be picked up in no time at Roundup. No. In order for them to join, they'll have to have a letter of authorization from some well-known brand. Like yours, say.
Dave Bright would try to keep him out.
Sure, he will if they try to join the Western Division. But if they ride to the Eastern Division, present your letter, they can get in. I'll be with the Eastern. Likely as wagon captain.
East and West divisions meet, don't they, to finish up the roundup?
Yeah. To finish up. You know, Herb, I should have made that check much bigger. That was a bad beating you took.
Yeah. An awful beat.
Hungover? I feel fine. How'd you make out with Black yesterday? I bought the steers. Good price. $250. Just for cattle? Yeah. I've decided to take your advice, Owen. I'm getting out of the country after this roundup.
You? Starting all over again, working for a living?
Yeah. Just like that.
Followed the 4 men, we lost our trail, and then we went back and buried Pete.
Not very much to leave after a lifetime of hard work, is it?
Could anybody expect to get robbing old Pete Redfern?
No? I don't know, Adam. Some people say Pete did fairly well with that mine of his. He could have had some money stashed away somewhere.
Paul, this seems to me like it's an organized outfit. This is the 3rd robbery in less than a month.
Yeah, it's the first killing.
Pete was killed because he got a good look at one of the men.
Well, that's so? What'd he say about him?
Well, not much except he had red hair.
Well, I'll talk to Denver McKee. He might be able to pick up the trail you boys lost.
He's probably good at that. Old dude was about half bloodhound anyhow.
Well, meantime, You go ahead and pass the word around about the party. I think Pete would want to spoil Connie's homecoming. You keep quiet about this. I'll talk to Denver. You ready to go?
Yeah, I'm ready. I guess we better get started.
Get started where?
Connie, I didn't want you to be bothered with any of this, but you see, yesterday, an old prospector named Pete Redfern got killed, his life savings stolen.
Oh, that's terrible.
Well, it's more than that. Last night, 2 men got killed. The Silverado mine payroll was taken. We're just going out, scout around, see what we can find out.
Now, if we cut across the rim rock, we can come in through the breaks.
How come you 3 are back so soon?
We lost the trail.
4 horses? How'd you lose a trail like that?
It wasn't easy. They went into the Flint Canyons up near the timberline. Rock's so hard there you can drive 1,000 head of cattle through that part and never be beside.
They gotta be up here in the Sierra somewhere. Up one of those high meadows, probably. They gotta have grass and water.
Yeah, but Adam, there must be 100 places like that up there. We could ride for a year and not find them all.
Oh, you could find them the first day. They've had all the breaks so far. It's about time we had one. We'll ride out at dawn.
Oh, I'm getting about half tired of this canyon. We must have been up here 7 or 8 times.
I'm not only tired of the canyon, I'm just plain tired. But this is Denver lost the trail, so this is where we start hunting.
Start and finish. Above here, there's a half a mile of flint and wash rocks, 4 canyons, and all the points of the compass to choose from.
Oh. What if they ain't up there at all? What if they just come this far to make us think they're going up there?
With us behind them, they'd have to head for high country.
Just hold on. What do you got in mind, boy?
Well, sir, a fox will double back on a hound with. How come a man can't? I mean, they could lead their horses across the rocks and get over into Little Branch Canyon, go all the way back down the valley, and then leave us hunting up here in the big country.
Yeah. That might be just worth looking into. Come on. Sit in this barrel. Easy.
Come out of nowhere. 1 minute it's quiet as church. The next minute, Jess is down and bullets are whizzing like bees that are swarming.
Did you get a look at any of them?
Saw 4 of them, all masked but one. Hat on the back of his head. Red hair showing. I never seen him before, but I'd know him if I ever seen him again.
There was no use, Bob. They had fresh horses. Ours were done when we got here.
What about the others, Corey?
Masked, like I said, but there was one. Clothes, maybe, or the way he moved. I couldn't put a name to him, but I swear I've seen him a dozen times.
Looks like you was right about them being our neighbors, Paul.
Yeah. Let's get Corey to a doctor, then we'll make a few social calls.
You fellas look as if you could use a drink.
A little water will be right fine.
Trouble?
Well, they jumped Winkler and Corey. You know, they put up a fight. Winkler got killed, Corey got hit.
Did you recognize any of them?
The redhead.
The redhead had to be the one that killed old Pete Redfern.
Right across the trail of another one of them. Corey tells me that he's seen him before. Recognized him by his walk instead of his shoulders.
Without his mask, he'd be somebody we know. Might even be a neighbor.
A neighbor?
Well, I didn't want to believe it either, but we picked up that trail today. They doubled back on their tracks right down the main road.
Didn't have to worry about being seen because he's seen there every day.
More killings every day. That's why we're here, Denver.
Good morning, Ben.
Morning, Denver. You know this man?
Sure he knows me, Ben. What about it?
We've been looking for a red-headed man.
You're the only red-headed man in the area. Other than a barber in Virginia City. Since when is being red-headed a crime?
Since we found out that a redhead killed 2 men, maybe 2 others.
You figure to do anything about it?
Take Connie back into the house.